Welcome to the Puppet Pals app. I chose option 3 for my Module 7 Neuroscience and Memory project. I will be highlighting some points from Chapter 7 through classroom examples. I hope you have as much fun watching this as I did creating it.
Oh! Did you see that shadow the car left behind? It must have been going so fast.
It wasn't.
Oh boy, here we go again.
You got tricked by seeing that shadow. It was because sensory memory. You remembered the car in the spot before. That's why you thought you saw a shadow. Because of sensory memory.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Jack, how did you get to school today? The bus. Well, how did you get to the bus stop?
We walked.
Really? You didn't fly or even float?
No, silly. That's impossible.
Are you sure? I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're in space. Try to walk now. Whee!
This is so fun.
When you walk on Earth, you can't float. But when you're on the moon, you can float. Sally, why can you float on the moon, but you can't on Earth?
I can't remember. Gravity.
Sally and Jack's schema was walking to school. They expect gravity to be a working force, where they do not need to worry about floating away. Their perception was set on Earth, and when the teacher put their attention on guided imagery of walking in space, their perspective changed. They were able to take the concept of gravity and make it mean something in their daily lives. This process will help them encode the concept of gravity from working memory to long-term memory. We have been learning about the different parts of figurative language. Today, we're going to focus on onomatopoeia. When we focus on onomatopoeia, I want you to pull out your writing journals and look through your quick write. Try and find a spot where you can add onomatopoeia into your own writing.
Jack, how did you use onomatopoeia?
Pow, bam, boom! I tried to shuffle my way through the dark to get to the refrigerator for a midnight snack.
That was good. I'm not very good putting onomatopoeia in my writing.
Well, I read a lot of comic books that use it, so it just comes natural to me when I try to write it myself.
I better write that down.
The teacher used chunking to break figurative language into smaller, more meaningful units. The diversity of Sally and Jack's backgrounds with onomatopoeia had an effect on their cognition. Jack had read comic books so often that he developed automaticity. He was able to use onomatopoeia in his own writing with little awareness or conscious effort. When Sally decided to write down Jack's example to help her make a connection with onomatopoeia for future reference, she demonstrated the use of metamemory. I want you to close your eyes and pretend that we are in Egypt. Today, Pharaoh would like you to build him another pyramid. To start, you will need to find the measures of 3 angles on one of the faces of the pyramid. The measure at the bottom right corner is 30 degrees. The face of a pyramid is one of the sides, which is an isosceles triangle.
If it's a isosceles triangle, then 2 sides should be the same.
You mean 2 angles?
Yes?
Oh, okay, so if 2 angles are the same, what would be their degree?
30?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So if we add 30 plus 30, we get 60. And all angles in a triangle equal 180 degrees. So if we take 60 from 180, we're left with 120. So the last angle is 120 degrees.
Jack and Sally used their working memory to determine the measurement of all the angles. Through the visual spatial component, the students were able to put in their short-term memory the visual of the pyramid and break it down into one face. Through the central executive component, Jack was able to recall that the measures of all angles in a triangle equal 180 degrees, and Sally recalled that two measures in an isosceles triangle are the same. Through the central executive component, Jack decided to add two known measures and subtract their sum from 180 to find the measure of the third angle. In this presentation, all three memory stores were used, which were sensory, working, and long-term memory. I also used chunking, automaticity, attention, imagery, diversity, cognition, encoding, perception, schemas, central executive, visual spatial sketchpad, and meta-memory. The voice of Sally was done by my 6-year-old daughter, Millie Winklecotter.